Welcome. My name's Elizabeth Harper from SealWithLove.com and IntuitiveSoulCircle.com. I'm thrilled that you could join me for this week's Angel Messages. We are going to be using the angel cards. So these are one-word angel cards. We're in this vibration of the solstice and the full moon in Capricorn, so it felt like using these angel cards would support us for the next 6 months. So it's looking at the energy for the next 6 months and how the angels are going to bring in this beautiful, supportive, positive energy to guide us with our next step. So what you could do with the words that you choose is pop those words under your pillow or create an affirmation or just have them around you. Maybe pop them on stones. I always love to do that. So before we get started, make sure that you have my Healing with the Angels mini course. It's free. There are 3 things that your angels want you to know, plus a wonderful meditation that will really help you to channel the healing angels, your healing angels. You'll see a link in the description, or if you're on Instagram, then you'll see the link in my bio, or just simply go to my website, SealWithLove.com, and you'll see it there. If you have that Healing with the Angels mini course already, then go back to it, because you're being guided at this moment to really work with the healing angels. So use that meditation to support you now. All right, so let's get started. So what I'd love for you to do is place your hands over your heart, just like angel wings, and invite your angels to guide you to message 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And choose 3 of those numbers. See what comes to you. All right? Are you ready? Shake this up. Number one is forgiveness. So it's forgiving yourself, it's forgiving others. Who do you need to forgive? But it's also, over this next 6 months, it's looking at maybe, it's not necessarily about forgiveness from the past. It can be things that happened to you, and just to hold your space, hold your energy, hold your vibration in this place of forgiveness. Asking forgiveness. Saying to the divine, I'm ready to forgive myself. How would that look for you at this moment? Forgiveness. It's interesting because there's that word give in the middle of that, isn't there? Giving. So you're giving light, you're giving love, you're giving acceptance when you forgive. I love that. Number two is sisterhood and brotherhood. So over the next 6 months, it's finding your tribe, finding people, your group, your soul group, people who really relate to you, connect with you. And what's interesting to me is these angels are yellow and blue, and I often see the right brain as blue and the left brain as yellow. And so there is a sense of finding people that connect to your intellect, finding people that connect with your intuition, finding people that connect with you spiritually, finding people that connect with your values, and also it's connection with your family and finding how you connect with your family. Because sometimes with family you think, how did I end up in this family? I'm sure. But there was a feeling with this particular card of finding that connection, finding what you're learning from them, finding how you can deepen that connection with your family. And your family may not be your blood family as well. It might be your work family, might be your community. Sisterhood, brotherhood. Number three is education. Oh my goodness. So it may be that you're thinking, what can I learn? What is my next step? when it comes to my education. So I'm looking at this and there's all these angels linking together. Do you see that? So there may be something that you want to expand on. So you could already have started that learning and now it's time to expand. It may be that you want to take lots of different courses. My Soul Circle would be a great place for that because I've got 30 different courses in there. And we're always learning together. And when you look at that with the links, they're all doing this together as well. So it's connecting to others as you educate. I love that, as you educate. So there is a sense with that as well that you're opening yourself up, not necessarily to workshops and courses and to higher education, but it could be another form of education. That education could come from your angels and channeling it down. And meditation is a great way to do that. Lots of different things to think about when it comes to education, right? Number 4. Number 4 is depth. Oh my goodness. So we see this little angel is just about to go into the water and deep sea dive. So when I tune into the energy of depth, I get this sense of, all right, so there's no messing about over the next 6 months. It's more about focusing on going deeper into yourself, going deeper in relationships, going deeper into a commitment that you have. So whatever that deepening is for you, ask your angels, what does depth mean for me? So if I put this next to my heart, I see ruby. I see a ruby. I see that red energy and I see the connection to the earth. So it's going deeper into the connection with the earth. And that could just be for me. There is a sense of when I connect with this, I'm opening up to what other words come in. And the word resilience comes in for me. So do that for you. Ask, what does depth mean for you? Ask what color comes up for you. And then ask if there are any other words that want to come up for you when it comes to that energy of depth and what it means for you. Depth can be that connection to your emotions and going deeper in your emotions as well. Going deeper into your feelings. Recognizing why you react and why you feel a certain way. So it's going deeper into that. Number 5. Oh my goodness, number 5 is love. I always love when this comes up. So what can we say about that? It's just opening your heart up to love. It's being the energy of love. It's really being receptive to love in all forms. And it may be that it's not a simple thing. It might be that sometimes it's a little challenging to be open to love, or it might be a little challenging to love somebody that is around you. So your angels are saying, now's your opportunity to open your heart up and really focus on the energy of love. Because we're doing that all the time, aren't we? But still, it feels like it's so important for you to focus on the energy of love. Number 6, which is also the energy of love, right? Truth. So this is about being honest with yourself over this next 6 months and beyond, of course. What I'm feeling with this is that we create a vibration. When we focus on the energy of a particular word, when we focus on the energy of a particular, like this is truth, when we focus on being truth and standing in our truth, then that sets up a vibration that creates opportunities for us to, again, stand in our truth, to be true to our own values. And when I look at this, when you look at that card, if you look at those 2 angels, to me, that looks like a butterfly. And I see the butterfly that I created in stained glass on my window as well. And yesterday, I picked up a butterfly that I was watering the garden, and this little white butterfly was there, and I hit it with a little bit of water. So I picked the butterfly up and put the butterfly onto a plant that I have on my deck, that so it could get its wings nice and dry. So I feel those three things are connecting to butterfly and connecting to truth. It's being in your truth. It's being authentic and in your truth. And that may not be about just speaking your truth. It might just be about being you, being who you are, and just allowing you to be the authentic you. I love that. All right, number 7. Number 7 is exploration. So what are you going to explore over the next 6 months? I feel with this, when I look at it, when we explore, when you think of explorers, they're moving towards something different, something maybe that hasn't been challenged yet, that hasn't been explored yet, that nobody knows about. So I feel with this that it's about doing something different for you. It's stepping into that energy of exploration. So it might be exploring new courses. It might be exploring relationships. It might be exploring a new place that you haven't visited before. It might be exploring being open to love. There's all kinds of different things that you can explore right now. Ask your angels, what can I explore? What does exploration mean for me? And see what comes up for you. Exploration. That feels very exciting. Number 8. Number 8 is kindness. Kindness has been coming up a lot for me lately. Kindness. Being kind to yourself, being kind to others. And you see there's a little rabbit on there. That's another thing about yesterday. I send the cats out into an area, and there was a rabbit inside that area. So I tried to get the rabbit out of the area before the cats got into it. And that's what I'm looking with this. It's being kind to animals. It's being kind to people. It's being kind to yourself. How can you be kind to yourself right now? So focusing on the energy of kindness for you and for everyone around you, for the earth, what would that look like for you? Number 9. Oh, number 9. It's interesting. Didn't want to come out of the box. Freedom. And yet I had a hard time getting out of the box, which is very interesting. So freedom. We trap ourselves, don't we? We trap ourselves with how we feel about things. We trap ourselves with continual thoughts, persistent thoughts. We trap ourselves in this place of, well, this is who I am, but maybe you're changing. That freedom is freedom to change. It's freedom to change your mind. It's freedom to be who you want to be. It's freedom to make a different choice. It's freedom to open your heart. There is so much energy of freedom here. So what would freedom mean for you at this time? Would it mean to let go? Would it mean to make a decision that maybe doesn't work for everybody else, but it totally works for you? Maybe it's freedom to take a new path. What would that freedom mean for you? I love that. And I love that it's number 9, because it just reminds me of the 9th house and Sagittarius and freedom, because that energy of freedom is the higher mind and journeys and connections to, there's almost a sense of the ancients, but also new energy coming in. Oh, I love that. I love that. Number 10. Number 10 is surrender. Oh, that is such a great word, isn't it? Surrender. What do you need to surrender? What will you surrender? Are you ready to surrender? Over this next 6 months, are you ready to surrender? So surrendering your past, surrendering something that hasn't worked for you, surrendering relationships that don't work for you, surrendering, again, a thought, a feeling, a belief that doesn't need to be a part of who you are anymore. What are you ready and willing to surrender? Or surrendering anything you've been holding onto and carrying with you, surrendering that to your angels, surrendering that to the divine, to the light. Surrender. What would that mean for you? Number 11. Number 11 is compassion. So I think of compassion. This is compassion for others, but also compassion for yourself. You know, it's easy to make judgments, isn't it? Somebody cuts you off when you're in your car and they cut you off, and you might think, what on earth are they doing? But maybe they have just had some bad news. Maybe they're trying to get to the hospital quickly. Maybe they need to go somewhere really quickly because somebody needs them. So then, if you knew that, maybe you would have compassion for them. But maybe you don't need to know that, and you could just come from a place of compassion anyway. How would that feel? And for yourself, if you make a judgment about yourself, stop right there and be compassionate for you. Giving yourself love. What does that mean? It means giving yourself love. It means opening your heart unconditionally to yourself and being compassionate with yourself, not beating yourself up. So we think of our angels as being compassionate with us. Now it's time for you to be compassionate with yourself. I love that that is number 11, because I think of number 11 as walking through a new door. So this compassion is walking through a new door and really being nice and loving and kind to yourself and to others as well. I'm sure you are already with others. It's time for you to be compassionate with yourself. All right, final card. Synthesis. Isn't that perfect as the final card? Because it's everything coming together. But when you look at that, there's a rainbow. I was just looking at a rainbow before we started, and it felt like I was drinking that rainbow in. So synthesis, I feel that this is so exciting for you. It feels like such a big adventure because it's all the colors of the rainbow. So it's a red path, orange path, blue path, all these different paths. So there is so much excitement for you. And interestingly, as I say that, I can feel this angelic energy coming around me. It's like for you in particular, if you chose this card, if you chose this message, there's a sense of lifting you up. It's like cleansing all of your chakras, lifting you up, hiring, raising your vibration. It's very exciting for you. And there is a sense of all the angels coming around, and I hear all this harmonizing and all this energy that's coming from them. It's like that synthesis is yes. That's the feeling of them saying, yes, it's time. It's time for this path. It's time for this lifting up. It's time for this ascension. It's so beautiful. So let's tune into them. Let's tune into the angels now and ask for that synthesis energy. What is this rainbow energy for me? What does that mean for me? Ask them. And then let me know. Okay. I love that. Oh my goodness. So all 12 cards. So if you chose 3 of them, what would your affirmation be? If you chose 3 of them, what do those messages mean for you? Let me know. And let me know what 3 cards you chose, what 3 words you chose. I would love to know. And see how they all connect together for this next 6 months. Ask your angels, what do they mean for me? And see what comes up for you. Thank you so much, as always, for being with me for our weekly sessions. Thank you for sharing my work. And of course, if you're on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, make sure that you like, subscribe, and of course leave me a comment as well. Sending you so much love. I'll see you next week. Angel blessings to you. Bye.